Hey.
Hey, good people.
What's up?
This is what I have to do to get him on my channel, y'all. See how that is? We're on location. We're actually heading to Trader Joe's to pick up some things. And we've been on the go a lot lately. I've been meaning to do this video for a minute. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I wanna give you some tips on how to get to Dr. Sebi's Usha Village and in Honduras. And I'm gonna go over as many points as I can remember. I'm gonna put a link to a post so that you can reference it if you want to come back to it. And I'm also gonna have some information in the description box below. Are you in the mirror? I know. So I'm gonna put some information in the description box for you as well. Okay, so first thing you want to do, you need to get to Honduras, is make sure you have a passport. To travel internationally, you do need a passport. So I think you need to give yourself at least 2 to 3 weeks at the latest to get your passport. You can pick up an application at the post office, or you can apply for it online, I believe. So it's the first thing you want to make sure you have. Next thing you want to do is check for availability at the village. There's an email address that I'll give you to reach out to Usha Village. I believe the website that I had listed before, it's not up right now. They're working on a new one. But I'm sure if you call the LA office or email them, then they'll be in touch with you, okay? I believe it's like $1,000 a week, and then if you stay longer you stay, then they're able to give you a break, a discounted rate of some sort. We don't work there, so you would have to get in touch with them directly to find out, you know, what they're able to offer, because they do have specials. I'm going to link to a Facebook group that there's always groups going, and there's a discounted rate, but it's only through the Facebook group. So I'll give you a link to that, and also to Dr. Sebi Sell Food Facebook group as well. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to them that way. Okay, so you want to book your space. If you need to travel with someone, they do give discounted amounts or rates for the person that might need to travel with you. Like, it depends on how ill you are, but it's not a facility that you can just send someone to if they're in need of a companion to help them. So you can share the room with the person that needs to be there, and the rates, I believe, are different. I don't know if it's like
discounted rate.
Discounted amount.
They don't get the herbs and the medical treatment. They just there to be a help.
Yeah, to support the person that's there. Yeah. So once you figure out when you're going to go, then you just need to get your flights booked. And there's 3 different airports that you can fly into to get to the village. One is you can fly into Roatan, which is like an island. You'd have to take the ferry from the island over to La Ceiba, but the ferry is only running twice a day, and depending on when your flight gets there, you might be in for an overnight stay. So you want to check the schedules accordingly. You can Google all of this, it'll come right up. So Roatan is one, La Ceiba is the second one. That one is actually the closest to the village, like 45-minute drive from there. You just have to, I think that's the most expensive route too, from where we were, but it depends on where you're flying from. That's going to determine your rates and what's available. So we didn't take that route. We actually flew into San Pedro Sula. Now, with that option, we actually had to drive down to Miami, and then from Miami we took the flight over to Honduras SAP. That's the airport code, and it's a 3-hour drive from there. Now, if you coordinate your transfer from the airport to the village, be sure to coordinate that through Usha Village. In my opinion, that's the safest route. Dr. Sebi's nephew drove us both ways. The rate is like $150 each way. can always get a taxi, but that's just the, that's the safest option or the best option, in my opinion.
When you get there, they know if you're going to Usha Village, but you got to be prepared for a 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
And it's not really that long. It kind of goes pretty fast. Seems like it, because you're looking at all the, the scenic routes. You can see the houses and, see different animals and chickens on the side of the road and horses and cattle. So
yeah, be sure you stop for some coconut water and
mangoes.
They're so good. Okay. So yeah, the flights are all going to depend on where you're coming from, and you can play around with the connections or direct flights and that type of thing. So now that you've got your passport and your room booked and your flights all set to go. And so about the stay, your rates are going to include your meals, your herbs, the thermal water pools, the thermal saunas, the gym, like all of the grounds you have access to. There's a recreational area where you can watch TV and hang out in the hammocks and relax. And
they also have tours that some of the people that work there, they take you behind the village and behind the wall, and you could just see what's back there. Like some people, there's like a watering hole there, and the people go back there and swim and hike through
the jungle,
the rainforest, the jungle.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to do that.
No,
it was dried out.
It was dried out, and a couple of days we weren't able to, but we didn't have any somebody to guide us through. No guide.
Right. Yeah, like it's not official tours, but Dr. Sebi's nephew was very gracious to take, different groups of people around if they asked. You know what I'm saying? You just, want to give him some gratuity for his time, because it's not something that they have to do, but it's nice because you get to learn a lot. So, okay. One thing to bear in mind is that you need to have cash on hand to pay the drivers and also pay the village. Now, one of the questions that I've been getting, because I've been getting a lot of questions, and one of them was about safety. And, there's security at the gate when you get there. They are armed. And for the one time that we went out to the grocery store, one of the stores that we were in, they were armed in the store. Like, it was a rifle.
Security.
Yeah, it was security. But the officers over here are armed too. It's not out of the ordinary to have an armed security guard. I mean, that's kind of what you want to be safe. But as far as safety is concerned, the best advice that I can give you is to book with the village and stay on the grounds. I'm not saying you can't venture out, but your safest option is to be on the grounds. I mean, that's pretty much what we did.
Yeah, but they have taxi and they could take you to Walmart. And we went to a few stores to pick up food for the video that we made.
Yeah.
And like I said, we went to Walmart, went to a little farmer's market that was outdoors. That you could drive down the alley. It was like an alley or so, a street, and you was able to, buy everything there. And we went to about 3 stores total. 3 stores, and then we went to a farmer's market.
Yeah.
So it was, it was fine. Somebody was driving us around. But.
Yeah. And see, the thing is you just, our experience is, we loved everything about it. You're not in a 5-star resort vacation situation. You're in another country. It's not the U.S. So, you know, they do things their way. So my advice is to just have reasonable expectations. It's, you know, if you go there expecting a vacation and a 5-star resort, you're going to be disappointed because they're there for a specific purpose to heal. You know, they include a nurse and
check your blood pressure every day.
Orientation. You know, they're checking on you, but you know what? Being there, you've got nature, you've got the herbs, you've got the alkaline food, you've got the animals, you've got the saunas and the thermal water. All of those things contribute to your healing. They all contribute to it. So, to me, all of that overrides anything that one could perceive as negative. You know, the only thing that I didn't care for initially was the bugs, because
They were big.
they were big. I mean, you know, it's kind of like you have your area out there. I got my area in here, and, you know. But you know what? A few days in, I think he was trying to catch or release a gecko or a lizard. I was just like, dude, I'm good. I just went to sleep. I didn't even care. Like, whatever. You found your way in, you'll find your way out, you know? But it is something that you have to be prepared for, you know? You're outdoors, there are going to be spiders or bugs or whatever. There's one more thing that we had to get used to, or I should say myself, because Ty was fine with it, was the driving. They drive differently there than we drive here. They drive pretty fast, and you know, there's a lot of passing of other cars, and we do that here, but this is mostly on like two-way roads. So what I observed is that they know what they're doing. So I'm going to trust them to do what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? If it's anything you're not comfortable with, you just have to speak up and say, hey, I'm not comfortable with something. You know what I'm saying? But we got where we needed to be. We got there safely. And we were fine. You know, I just think you have to keep your expectations in check when it comes to, you know, what you think it's going to be and what it's not going to be, you know. We've had people reach out to us saying, hey, we're hungry. Look, you're detoxing, you know. They feed you twice a day, but and initially you're thinking, hey, that's not enough, but it's not like 3 squares. I promise you, you take what they're giving you, you're going to end up not being able to finish a lot of it. And if you want something else, if you want something more, all you have to do is ask. You know?
Smoothies, they have, some people ask for extra smoothies.
Yeah.
Or you like say they have fruit and vegetation right there on the village. You can just grab it off of the tree. Mangoes all over the place.
Yeah.
Avocados. You know. It depends when you go to have soursop trees. So
Yeah.
Depends when you go to whatever, you know, season.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I think you'd be fine. But yeah, I just wanted to give some quick tips on how to get there. Our experience was fine. You know, we were able to do a lot. You know, I documented, you know, all of that in our videos. But when it comes to what needs to happen to get there, you know, you just need to reach out to them. They're going to take some information from you on an application, let them know why you're coming and what you need, and they'll take care of you while you're there. You'll be able to relax, work out, meet other people, you know, and be in a healing environment. And, you know, as far as safety is concerned and other issues, you know, every country is going to have their issues. So it's up to you, you know, to weigh out whether you feel like that's something that, you know, would stop you from going, I guess. So I don't regret going. You know, we had an unforgettable experience. We hope to one day take the children. And yeah, anything else you want to add?
No, it's, like I said, you had a great time. It was very relaxing. I'd like to go next year with the kids. You know, we had a great time. But it's so relaxing to get connected with nature. You know, you have to worry about, all your electronics. You know, they have Wi-Fi there, so he was able to, we were Skyping with the kids, and we were able to, do stuff on the internet. But a lot of times it's so relaxing, and because it gets dark early, but the sun is up like at 5 o'clock, it's bright. And because we're in a different time zone, we would wake up and we'd just be like, wow, what day is it? What time is it?
It was like we were naturally reset or something.
It was good.
Yeah.
It felt good.
And actually, the technology was the last thing on our minds. I mean, I carried the camera around. I tried to capture as much as I could, but I'm telling you, once you go out in nature and you start actually doing stuff out there, you feel so different. You feel so de-stressed. That alone is healing,
Right.
What do we usually do? Walk from your house to the car, go to work. Come home, same thing. If you don't spend time out in nature, that's a part of something big that you're missing. So anything that I forgot, I'm going to make sure I include in a post. So if you have any more questions, let me know. I just wanted to hop on here real quick and give you some quick tips on how to get there and share a little bit more of our experience. If there's anything I didn't answer, feel free to leave the comment below and I will answer it for you or get the answer, So, yeah. I think that's it.
That's it.
All right. So until the next video, thanks so much for watching.
Peace out.
Bye. You got something on your nose? It's like, it looks like it's like midnight out here and it's only 7 o'clock. It's messed up.